Okay guys, in this video I'm going to go over the telestration feature. So in our play-based editor for sports like football and softball and baseball, you're going to have access to the telestration editor in your videos, your schedules, and your highlights. In our flow-based sports like that use the timeline editor, like soccer, basketball, hockey, lacrosse, volleyball, all of those sports, you'll have access to the telestrations only in your highlights area. Okay. So let's show how this works here. So whenever you pause the video, you're going to have access to your pen here. So when you click on that, it pops up your telestration options on the left. So the first one is your multi-select tool that you can select multiple telestrations that you've added if you want to move them, delete them. You've got your freehand drawing pen here, which is very similar to the one we already have had in the past up to this point. In the flow-based, you'll have access to the freehand drawing tool whenever you pause the video in your normal video mode. But you can use the freehand pen then to draw freehand here. You've got your square tool. When you click on it, it pops up a square. You can move it, and then you can also grab the edges, and then you can resize it. And then you can also use, there's a little green, looks like a green G here. When you grab that, you can then change the orientation of the drawing here just by spinning it around. You've got your circle, which works the same way as the square. You can move it around and then you can resize it, and then you can create ovals and different types of shapes of circles there. You got your line tool. I'm going to delete these here. You'll notice that you've got a trash bin that whenever you've added telestrations, you can click that and it deletes everything you've got. I'm going to use the arrow tool here, which is one of my favorites. So when you click on that, you can then click a start point, and then you just move your mouse to wherever, and then you can click a stop point. And then here, you can continue on and move at a different angle here. Okay. And then when you're done, okay, if this is what I want to draw a post here, I can then just double click, and now it adds and finishes that curved or angled line. Okay. And then I can press escape to disengage the drawing tool there. Okay. So if I go back and I click it again, I've got access to do it here. And then I've still got it, so it's still live. So I can keep clicking and drawing arrows here, and then press escape to disengage it so it doesn't draw any more arrows. You've got your text annotation tool, so when you click on that, you can then go to any spot on the video and you can then just press it and then start to type. Okay. And then again, you can press escape to disengage it. And then again, you can click on the little G here, and then you can change the orientation of the text really easily. And then again, you can move it around. You can even grab the edges here and change the size and how the text looks there. And now in the end, okay, if you want to save the telestration that you've added here so that your players and coaches can see this whenever they're looking at this video or highlight, okay, you're going to have a checkbox right here. This is the check mark is your save, and it's going to be red. So whenever you've added telestrations here, it's going to be showing red that you need to click this to save it if you want to save this so that it's always there. If you don't want to save these, maybe you were just drawing in the moment for coaching points, you can then just press play and then continue on, and it deletes the drawings and then removes your telestration editor, and you can continue on and watch this play. Okay. If you want to save those, when we go back, let's do that again, and we'll draw an arrow here. So now when I want to save this, I then just press the check mark here. Now it saves that, and I can continue on. Now what this does is it adds a little picture here that tells me that there's an annotation or a telestration here on this particular play, so I know that one exists here. So then when I go back to this, so if I go back to this play here and I watch it, once it gets to that point, it's going to pause, show the telestration, and then I'm going to press play to continue on. You can also turn the telestrations on or off if you want them to be visible or not. So in our new options drop down here for the player, you can go to the telestration, show telestrations here, and you can turn them on or off. So if you've got a bunch of telestrations and you just don't want to see them or have them be visible while you're watching video, you can then just go to here and then you can turn your telestrations off, so then they're not visible. So that's a really simple look at our telestrations. If you have any questions, you can contact us at support@vidswap.com.